Gary Clark Jr., Nick from Devotchka, and Bill Bailey from the Comedy Tent.
Hello.
So, Eugene, you've put together quite a show today, this Gypsy Global Punk Review. That's a lot of responsibility, and I'm assuming a lot of fun.
I don't feel any responsibility at all.
Take me through it. So you get the call from Bonnaroo. Do you want to curate a stage?
Yeah, but I wanted to do things like that since I was a little baby. So I was like, fucking finally, yo.
And you found a bunch of like-minded bands that...
I wasn't finding nothing. I just really was like, it's that, and that, and that, and hopefully that, if we can get all of that. And of course there's availability and, you know, all these things, so we did the best we could, but it wasn't a long thought process. Like with Ashley, we basically sit down, and who is a very forward thinker on your team, you know, Bonnaroo team. So we basically outlined everything over one dinner with the drinks.
I mean, it's a pretty Bonnaroo idea to give you a stage.
It is. Well, I've been kicking around here for a couple of years, you know, and I had a lot of fun here. You come here, you never see any cups. I mean, maybe they're here, I don't know.
Any cops?
Yeah. Other festivals, that's all you see, you know. Yeah. Cups, and more cups. And more security with cups.
Those aren't gigs.
Yeah. So that's very good for creative flow.
A lack of police presence. Good for music.
But it's very well organized, and the vibration is good, you know? It's just, there's a lot to be said about just, it's a mystical thing how vibration really happens, but it's happening here, so I thought it was very exciting for me right away, like here at Bonnaroo, where I already had my fun with the band and with super jams, with Les, you know, I mean, with Les Claypool, the thing that he put together was last year, right? Yeah, so, you know, yeah, sign me up.
All right. Ketch, I mean, we talk about this Bonnaroo spirit and how over 10 years they've built this thing. You guys did this Railroad Revival tour that you just got off of, and that sort of felt to me like a little roaming Bonnaroo.
Yeah, well, happy birthday, Bonnaroo, by the way. Yeah, we just came off of a 15-car train-devoted tour that started in Oakland, California, went all the way to New Orleans. And it had great bands, Old Crow Medicine Show, Mumford & Sons, and Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. We found this wonderful kinship right after the first whistle stop. But really like a rolling party on steel wheels, just humming. I mean, musical notes belching out of the smokestack, man. It was a ride.
You've had those kind of situations here, just jamming with folks and hanging out. I mean, there's this stuff that happens back here, let alone what happens out there.
Yeah, you're right. There's a spirit here, like you're on some, like you're on a long steel rail. I mean, there's a rhythm to the propulsion that this music makes. From all of these stages, it's just throbbing. If you could convert it into energy, you could power the future.
Bill, you have not played Bonnaroo.
No.
But the reputation, comedy-wise, precedes your appearance here.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm hoping for the same level of vibration in the comedy tent, you know. But yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I love playing festivals. You know, festivals are great fun, they're a great vibe. People are up for having a good time, and you can see. I mean, you just walk around, you see people having the time of their lives. And comedy's always been part of music festivals over the last 20 years that I've been performing at. So it feels like the natural fit to come here.
But they are different crowds than the people that come to the Shuckle Shack in wherever.
That's true, yeah. Sometimes at Glastonbury Festival, people would come to the comedy because it was the only place that was out of the rain, you know. So
whereas this is the only place with air conditioning.
That's it. So yeah, hopefully there's going to be a few frazzled folk come in. But yeah, I've seen a lot of frazzled folk already. Actually, there's guys that they look like they've just had one Bud Light in their lives, and now somebody's given them some magic mushrooms, and they're just taken off like a rocket, you know. All they've ever had before is too much chocolate, and now they've had acid, and they're flying over the which stage, what stage. That's not helping, by the way, calling them which, what, this, that. for people who are off their face. Which one? What? No, that was a bad idea.
Gary, you've been part of this Bonnaroo Buzz tour that built its way to here. Did that prepare you in any way, or give you sort of the spirit? I guess a bunch of like-minded bands on the road together.
Yeah. It didn't prepare me for this at all, though. I'll tell you that. I had no idea what to expect when I came in here. Everyone just said, "Dude, you're playing Bonnaroo. It's crazy." That's it. So.
And I saw you last night hanging out, and so you got a little taste of it.
Yeah, man, you know how I do it. I could hang out and do the whole thing. Yeah, but walked around a little bit, saw some things, saw people, like you said, out of the face,
This is going to be, particularly, and I guess we'll get to you in just a second, this is a chance for you to make a first impression in a big way. I mean, record coming out sometime, I guess, later in the year or early next year. A lot of these folks haven't been to Austin, haven't seen you since you were 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
This is their chance to see Gary Clark Jr. Do you prepare differently for that, or?
No, but you made it very obvious there's a little bit more pressure. Thanks for that.
All right. That's why I'm here. Jovanatti.
Hey.
So, you played every kind of festival over the years, every kind of stage, big and small.
Yeah.
What do you do for this? How do you prepare for a Bonnaroo?
I'm going to do a wild gig, like an hour of power, Italian, traditional funk. I played 25 years I'm on the road, so I've been playing with Pavarotti once, and I've been playing, with the Beastie Boys. So it's a long story, and I'm very grateful with Eugene to invite me, because it's the first time I really play in a so important place, in the United States. And I'm gonna sing just in Italian, so it's a sort of revenge, because I grew up listening without understanding any words of what I was listening for something like 25 years, So it's a total revenge, because today you're gonna understand anything of what I'm going to say. So it's going, but the music is pure fun, I have a strong band of rhythm session, and so we're gonna do like a jam and doing party under the tent. I'm very grateful, you invited me here. For me, it's a dream. Yesterday I was looking at the people, and I've never seen something like this in the world. I've been playing in several important festivals in Europe, but never seen something with this atmosphere. It's a real, sometimes they say that in the 60s they've done the best thing, but I gotta say, no, man. No, it's not true. It's not true. The story begins now, began 10 years ago, maybe. I was not here, but it's amazing. The atmosphere is the feeling. It's really incredible. Man, I know who you are. I know now I discovered who you are.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in Italy nobody knows you, but I know you.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you. I have a DVD.
You know what? I've always loved your stuff.
No, because I was thinking you were a rock star,
No.
But I was not sure about it.
I think I am.
Now I know who you are. I got a DVD of you.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, man. That's it. You made my day.
I learned English listening to you.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You're going to get in trouble with the police. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Cool.
Nick, you've never heard of either of these guys, right?
Yeah.
Devotchka has a history with this festival, and now playing as part of this thing. Bonnaroo as part of Devotchka's evolution?
Yeah, definitely. It was the first real festival we ever played, and I'm not sure if we were prepared for it, but we were definitely transformed by it, and there's definitely an intangible vibe and an atmosphere here that sort of lifts the performers and the crowd, and some of it might be chemically induced, but more power to it. It helps it go down smoother.
And for a band like yours, this does put you in front of people that wouldn't normally be at Devotchka shows.
That's true. That's kind of how we've made our whole arc. It's just getting out in front of people. So to have a a tent full of people waiting to hear you, it's a rare opportunity. So we're happy to be here, for sure.
Jovanatti, how important was breaking America in your grand scheme of things? Or has that become more important lately, or?
You know, somebody in Italy says that if you're not somebody in America, you're nobody, you know? Somebody says that. You know, I don't believe it, you know, like it's not my, I don't think, you know, you're somebody if you love somebody, and if you get lost for somebody, actually. But anyway, you know, for music, you know, today it's like, I used to say, if you're a priest, you go to Vatican, and the same experience for a musician is to come to America. It's something like this, you know. America is the Vatican of modern popular music. You know, everything started from here, you know. Also, everything started before, somewhere else. But here, they make the cooking, you know. And so for me, I grew up listening to a lot of Italian music and European music. But the music that really told me who I was when I was a teenager was hip-hop, was punk, rock and roll, you know. So for an Italian guy who's not talking in English, who's not singing in English, coming here is something like, you know, in the center of the thing. It's big, you know. It's big.
Yeah.
And for Italian people, you know, now in Italy, everybody's talking about the fact that I'm here, the newspaper, because they are proud that an Italian is playing here. You know, it's something that is connected with our. If an Italian goes to America, we have a long story of immigration to America. So if somebody goes there, you know, from Caruso to Pavarotti to Fellini, you know, when the Italians come here, it's always something that fills our heart as an Italian. So today, I feel this. You know, the Italian internet site, the newspaper are talking about Jovanatti, the first Italian at Bonnaroo. And for me,